watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. I'm David Preston on this Friday, June 21st. An officer-involved shooting happened in Las Vegas on Thursday, leaving one suspect deceased. Anthony Roberts has more on this story.
On Saturday, June 20th, around 1 p.m., a man is shot and killed by officers after entering an apartment building with a long gun and threatening to kill everyone. The incident took place near 9th Street and Ogden Avenue. Captain Kurt McKenzie of the Las Vegas Metro spoke to reporters about the situation.
Okay, so there was a LVMP dispatch received a call of a subject in a apartment complex armed with a long gun. He was making statements that he was going to kill people. Soon after, officers arrived and directed to an apartment complex which the subject may have entered. Upon arrival at the apartment complex, officers was met by the male who was armed with that long gun. Officers gave the subject several commands to drop the firearm, at which time the subject pointed the firearm at officers, causing them to discharge their weapon. The subject was struck, medical was called and responded to the scene, and the subject was later pronounced deceased on scene. No officers were injured during this event.
Do you know if the man lived at that apartment complex?
Well, the investigation is ongoing, but it appears that he possibly may have.
And when officers were called, did he point the rifle at the officers, or was it a different type of gun?
It was the same, it was a long gun. The investigation is ongoing, but he did point a long gun at the officers.
And how many officers fired their weapons?
That investigation is still ongoing, so we'll provide you that at a later time.
Was he a resident at the complex, or was he able to gain access through security doors? Or?
As I stated before, it's unknown if he really truly lives at the apartment complex.
And then did that subject fire his weapon at all?
The investigation, like I said, is ongoing, so we don't really know at this time.
What would be your message?
Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day.
News 25 will continue to follow this story as it develops. Russia's latest deployment of a naval flotilla to Cuba is described as distinct by U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, as it includes a submarine which is not consistent with current routine military procedures. News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us with more.
The U.S. Northern Command recently cautioned Congress that Moscow may soon deploy 12 advanced nuclear submarines split evenly between the Pacific and Atlantic just before Kazan was spotted a mere 26 nautical miles away from Key Largo, Florida. As Russia's military technology continues to accelerate, U.S. President Donald J. Trump has promised to restore our depleted military on day one.
Less than 3 years ago, I'd fully rebuilt the United States military and steered America into such a strong global position that peace was breaking out all over the world. We had peace through strength. 29 months later, the arsenals are empty, the stockpiles are bare, the treasury is drained, the ranks are being hollowed out. Our country has been totally humiliated.
This marks the first deployment of a nuclear submarine to Cuba since the end of the Cold War.
The last thing that this incompetent administration should be doing is risking war with a nuclear-armed Russia or China or other countries. We have somebody that doesn't have a clue representing us. When I'm back in the White House on day one, we are returning to a foreign policy that puts America's interests first. America's chief interest in Eastern Europe is peace and stability. We want people to stop dying.
State-of-the-art nuclear-powered cruise missile submarine Kazan, along with its freshly designed fleet, replaces Kremlin's outdated Soviet-era warships.
We also clearly need to address the embarrassing recruitment situation in the USA. Joe Biden's woke policies and political purges have repulsed many great patriots from serving.
Russia's contempt for the current U.S. presidential administration's stance on Ukraine continues to mount.
We need to take a long, hard look at defense procurement and our defense industrial base, because it's been withered down to nothing. Given all the money we spend on the Pentagon, it's unacceptable that we would ever run out of ammunition or be unable to quickly produce the weapons needed. I will provide record funding for our military, just as I did 4 great years. If you think about what we were able to do, 4 great years of rebuilding our military, and we rebuilt it bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
Reporting from Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
The act demonstrates Russia's ever-evolving military weaponry, evident among its ever-increasing surveillance on U.S. coastlines. At the last Board of County Commissioners meeting, Fire Chief Scott Lewis spoke about the burn moratorium that is in effect in Pahrump and why it is important to follow it.
With summer finally here, Pahrump Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis is urging the community to adhere to the local burn moratorium. Under the Town of Pahrump Ordinance Number 28, local property owners are permitted to conduct controlled burns of yard debris during certain months. This burn moratorium is regularly set in place around May every year, when temperatures begin to reach the 90s or higher on a consistent basis, and is not lifted again until October. This year, the moratorium will be lifted on Monday, October 30th. Despite the public announcements regarding the moratorium going into effect, some area residents are still allegedly ignoring these restrictions. After just 1 month into the burn moratorium, illegal controlled burns have already connected to several area fires of Pahrump, including brush fires and even structure fires. Fire Chief Scott Lewis spoke during the Nye County Commissioners meeting, emphasizing that the burn moratorium is in effect for a reason, and discarding it can lead to safety risks for themselves and the entire community.
I wanted to remind everyone that the burn moratorium has been in place since May 15th. It had been noticed to the public. It's on our display boards. We put it out through the media, yet we still are experiencing unauthorized controlled burns, several of which have resulted in serious fire events and near significant injury. Please, the conditions are ripe for some serious fires. Our fuels are dried out, and any ignition source can light those off. So please follow the ordinance and then follow the moratorium. Thank you.
Never Forgotten Animal Society is welcoming the public to join them on June 28th at the Wind Down here in Pahrump for a charitable night of fantastic fun.
Join Never Forgotten Animal Society for a Benefit for Animals event during happy hour at the Wind Down on Friday, June 28th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Never Forgotten Animal Society requests donations of animal supplies, including pedigree dog food and Purina cat chow, or monetary contributions to assist with essential medical supplies and veterinary expenses. All proceeds from this event will directly be used to aid the animals under their care. Your participation not only promises an enjoyable evening that contributes to their ongoing rescue efforts for numerous homeless and abandoned animals in need. If you have any questions or if you would like to adopt a pet, you can call 775-537-8674, or you can visit them at 3091 North David Street here in Pahrump.
We have more news after the break. You're watching Southern Nevada News Network.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Tower Pizza, voted best pizza in Pahrump 2023. Give them a call at 775-537-2211, 775-537-2211, or visit the website www.towerpizzanv.com.
Welcome back to News 25. This weekend, the Blue Man Group will be performing a special concert for children and adults with disabilities. Rory Russell reports on this story.
The famous and iconic trio of Las Vegas, the Blue Man Group, is planning to tone it down for a day this weekend. The Blue Man Group is putting a sensory-friendly show on Sunday, June 23rd, in partnership with the Grant a Gift Autism Foundation, and a portion of the tickets will go directly to the foundation, which supports families of children and young adults with autism and other neurodevelopmental differences in Southern Nevada. Tickets are on sale now for purchase, and tickets are starting at $36. The team behind the Blue Man Group welcomes anyone who would like to attend into the theater to share how they are making this performance extra special for those with special needs.
Pat Lemming from Never Forgotten Animal Society has a cute puppy for adoption, and his name is Oakley.
Today's Rescue a Pet segment is brought to you by The Shop, the largest selection of vapes in a variety of flavors and accessories. Stop by and get treated with the Aloha Spirit.
Hi everyone, this is Pat from Never Forgotten Animal Society at 3091 North David Street in the north part of Pahrump, Nevada. It is my pleasure to be able to present you Mr. Oakley. Oakley is a border collie, some other breed we don't know at this point. He is a brindle. He's approximately 8 weeks old, and he's looking for his forever home. As you can see, he's a very sweet boy. He has been in a home, but not potty trained. He's too young right now. But he's in the process, and we're working with him every day to try and get that established for him. He has had his beginning boosters of Bordetella and Parvo vaccines. He is available on a foster to adopt program, which means that you get to take him home, integrate him into your household, and then at 20 weeks we schedule to have him neutered. And at that point, when you pick him up that afternoon after the neuter, he is yours and the adoption is complete. He would get his rabies certificate at that time as well. Oakley is available here Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5. No appointment necessary. You're always welcome to come on in. Our phone number is 775-537-8674. And again, you can come on in and meet any of our animals right now. We have many, many puppies. We have 30 kittens. We really need homes for all these guys. So if you're in the market for kitten, cat, dog, puppy, large, small, medium, please come on in. I think we have your answer here. We are open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5. And please come on in. No appointments necessary. We look forward to seeing you.
Oakley is an adorable puppy. Here's Mikey with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aviators dropped another one last night to the Tacoma Rayoneers. 6-2 rematch this evening at 7:05. The Las Vegas Aces, they welcome the best team in the league tonight, Connecticut Sun. Good luck, Aces. The Las Vegas Aces announced that they have sold out all of their home games for the first time. The Aces are now the first team in WNBA history to achieve this goal. And Raider fans, a new premium tailgate space is coming to Allegiant Stadium. The space is designed to give Raiders fans a memorable pre-game experience and will offer private hospitality where a guest can fully immerse themselves on game day. Organizers say the idea came from Raider Nation, with the area being able to hold 20 people and providing an array of food and drinks. There will be 4 of these spaces just in time for football season, and it will be air-conditioned. The tailgate prices start at $20,000. Does that come with a Super Bowl ring? And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Tiffany Whitecloud, the organizer of ArtWalk of Parma, stops by our KPVM studios to tell us all about their event coming up on Saturday, June 22nd.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, and I'm inviting you to come to the ArtWalk of Pahrump tomorrow, Saturday, June 22nd, from 10 a.m. to sundown. The ArtWalk of Pahrump will be at Rubacaba's, and that's 1500 South Red Butte. We'll start the entertainment at 10 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock in the evening. Our last band performs at 7 o'clock. We will have a karaoke segment, a talent show, an open mic. We have other events such as the chalk art, which starts at 10 o'clock. We have a poetry contest, water balloon toss, fashion show, Gypsy Queens pantomimes, Lego building competition, and we have inside Rubicaba's, we will have a room that will feature all of the artwork that the kids have been working on in our community for the last couple of months. Oh, yes, and we do have something special for the vets. We have a little thing that we've put together. I can't really explain it in detail, but it will be something that's very thoughtful, and I think something that they could utilize more than say just a spaghetti dinner or some clothes or other things. I think this is something that was very well thought of. So you'll have to come down and check that out. So come on down and check us out.
We have a special story coming up after the break. You're watching Southern Nevada News Network.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. To all of the Taylor Swift fans out there, News 25 has a special story dedicated for you about a special laser show that is coming to Las Vegas later this year.
Get ready to shake it off and celebrate a love story this fall. To all of our Taylor Swift lovers, this is for you. Taylor Swift Shines, the Laser Spectacular, is coming to the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas on Sunday, October 27th. The Laser Spectacular is a laser show featuring the music of Taylor Swift. The family-friendly production is described as an immersive concert experience at the theater celebrating Taylor Swift's career. The laser display, a large-screen video production, and live performance from a DJ will help the experience of the 2-hour presentations of her hit songs like Anti-Hero, Love Story, You Belong With Me, and Shake It Off. Tickets will go on sale Friday, June 21st on AXS.com, starting at $34.
Now here's Mikey to tell us what's cooking this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio and streaming on channel 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
Howdy, you caught me checking out the new Ace Country Radio app, which you can download wherever you get your apps. On the menu this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast, born on June 17th, Clyde Julian Foley, better known as Red Foley. We'll pay tribute to him. Born on June 19th, Lester Flatt. We'll pay tribute to him. Born on June 22nd, Chris Christopherson. We'll celebrate him. And born on June 23rd, June Carter Cash. We'll pay tribute to her. In the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, we'll hear the new song off the forthcoming George Strait album, Cowboys and Dreamers. And my special guest, Matty Sheets, calls the show to talk about his influences and how music helps him.
I listen to music most of the time. I think it's a huge help. A therapist that I was talking with said that it was music could be like my MS free zone, which I thought was really awesome, and I attached that to everyday life for sure.
Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV, channel 25.8, and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam, it's looking sunny and hot. Roy Russell tells us what's in store for this week coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada, Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Roy Rosell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV and now Roku. Taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 94 degrees, Fallon at 96, Carson City at 92, Tonopah 88 degrees, Goldfield 1 degree lower at 87 degrees, Beatty at 98 degrees, Amargosa at 104, and Las Vegas is higher than Amargosa at 105 degrees, and Death Valley is at 114 degrees. But here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 101 degrees. The high is right now at 101 degrees. It was sunny today, wind blowing south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. Humidity 10% today, and the sun rose this morning at 5:26 and is going to set tonight at 8:04 p.m. The humidity does raise up to 14%, and the wind continues to blow east-southeast at 8 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 70 degrees, but with clear skies. Let's take a look at the rest of the week. We're going to be having sunny skies throughout this weekend into next week, and we're going to be staying in the triple digits. This weekend being 105 degrees and the highest temperature being 106 on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then next Friday we go back down to 102, hopefully to have a nice little enjoyable weekend. Otherwise than that, back to the desk. Here's David.
Thank you, Rory. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston. Have a great weekend.